Hey everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing my August wrap up. In the month of August, I read 5 books, which isn't a lot compared to my other books. Like, I'm even behind on my reading goal. Like, now I'm like 4 books behind, but I enjoyed all of these. I'm back in school, so that's why my reading changed as well. So let's just go ahead and get started with the video. The first book I read was Moonstruck, Volume 3, Troubled Waters by Grace Ellis Shea Beagle. This is basically a town that is nothing but magical creatures, werewolves, vampires, witches, seers, even mermaids and sea creatures. And we follow our main character, Julie. And in this one, her and her girlfriend, Selena, are going to visit Selena's friend who lives in the underwater sea. And the thing is, Julia is very, very jealous. She, is really comfortable with her sexuality. So every time she does something with her girlfriend, she's scared, like something's going to make them break up. And with how jealous she gets, she does act out, and it does make her girlfriend break up with her, which was kind of really sad because it was foreseen by their friend who's a seer, which was really sad. But I did enjoy this, and I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I do not know yet if there's any more volumes out, but if there is, I do want to get some. The next book I read is One Last Stop by Casey McInnes, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. So in this one, we follow a 23-year-old girl named August, and she has just moved to New York. And the thing about August is she is never able to settle down and never able to finish anything. Before she was born, her maternal uncle was killed, and basically growing up with her mom, it was always to find where her uncle was, what happened to him, if he was even alive. So she has this thing for mystery. So she moves away from her mom from New Orleans, Louisiana to New York City, and she moves in with this group of really weird friends. We have a whole bunch of representation in here. We have drag representation, we have queer representation, lesbian rep, transgender rep, everything. And so one day when August is on the train, she sees this girl named Jane, and to her, Jane looks weird because Jane looks like she just stepped out of a movie set in the 70s, and Jane doesn't know a lot of stuff that is happening now, in this time, which I believe is 2019, 2020, before the pandemic, I believe. And it comes to find out Jane is actually from the 70s. She got struck while she was on the train and is permanently stuck on the Q train, not knowing anything that happens. And the only reason August is able to see her is for some reason Jane is bound to her or something. I absolutely love this book, and I'm debating doing a book talk if I haven't already done one on this. But again, absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read is Of Course Fairytale Volume 6 by Hiro Mishima. I am slowly but surely once a month trying to read every single one of these. And in this one, we have Natsu and Gray, along with Natsu and Gray trying to finish what happened on that island with the moon that's turning everybody into monsters. Come to find out, they were always monsters, but because of the moonlight, it had always showed them as maybe they were human and something like that. So when they are finished with the mission, they go back to their guild and they find their guild destroyed by their rival, one of their rivals. And Natsu and Gray, who are the most tempered people ever, want revenge. They want to start war, but of course their master, who's this little guy here, this is majority of the people from their guild, he's no. But then when it strikes again and it nearly kills somebody, the headmaster of the clan now wants to go after them. It was really a distraction so they could be able to steal Lucy, because Lucy is a celestial witch, was a very powerful witch. She works with the goddesses of the zodiac signs like Leo, Libra, Cancer, Taurus, all the stuff like that. It's not really explained in this one why they go after Lucy. Hopefully in number 7 they explain why. I did enjoy this. I think I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Winterborn Home for Mayhew and Mystery. This is the second and final book in the Winterborn Home duology. And in the first book, we meet a little girl named April who has always been orphaned. She doesn't know what her last name is. She doesn't know when her birthday is because her mother had given her up as a baby, with just a letter saying that she will come back and a necklace of the Winterborn crest, which is her crest. In the first book, April is brought into the Winterborn Home and is taught by this woman And they slowly find out in the first book that the last heir to the Winterborn like fortune is alive and hiding because somebody has been trying to kill him. Now in the second book, the man's name is Gabriel. He is now in charge of the children. It was proven somebody has always been out to murder him, but now someone is stalking him and the children, and someone is setting it up that someone is still out there to kill the Winterborns, which is true. They were powerful. They had a lot of enemies. We find out who April's mom is in this, which was very shocking because we thought Gabriel was the last, you know, Winterborn alive, and it's actually his sister is alive, and she is the mother of April. We get a lot more backstory in this one about the Winterborns, which I really did enjoy, because in the first one it was just as they were these like really rich people who they gave money to charity and everything, but they like lived in this big house. They had an island to themselves that was named after them and stuff like that. So I'm very happy we got more details on them. I still love how close these kids are, that they are willing to do anything and everything for each other, even killing somebody. Again, really enjoy this. 4 out of 5 stars. I want to see if Ali Carter has any more writings, like any more books out, because I really do love this. And then lastly, I read A Worthy Opponent by Katie Roberts. This is the 3rd book in the Wicked Villain series, and this one is the one with Tinkerbell and Hook. So Tink's deal with Hades is now up. 5 years have gone by, and her protection with Hades is now null and void. He can't afford basically to have her in their building anymore. So as soon as she leaves, her old fling, of course Peter, comes and basically says, you know, you're still mine, I still own you. So Tink makes a deal with another devil. She makes it with Hook, who tried to help her in the past get away from Peter and everything that happened with Peter. And Hook basically tells her, the only way I will help you is if you agree to marry me. We show and piss Peter off. You're married to me, you're my woman, he has no claims to you anymore, and it does work. And this one we had a lot of big girl representation, because Tink is a big girl, and it's something Hook absolutely loves, because he told her, you know, when you were skinny, because that's what he wanted you, you weren't yourself. I absolutely love this. I give this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I cannot wait to read the next book. So those are all the books I read in the month of August. Hopefully I can read more in September. It's like the 9th and I still haven't finished the book, which makes me really sad, but again, I'm not going to rush it. I'll be leaving here on the side of me 2 videos you guys should go check out. I try really hard to post twice a week. Sometimes life gets in the way, sometimes work gets in the way. And I'll see you guys hopefully very soon with another video. Bye guys.